Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. So today I want to add something to my productivity series, something very specific to my lifestyle, grad school life. So if you guys know, and most of you guys have been following me, I'm currently doing my master's and this is my second year, and I have learned a lot in my first year, and I thought there are some things that I can share with you guys, and some of you guys are planning on going to grad school. I thought it would be helpful because grad school is not like undergrad or high school. It's definitely a very different kind of experience, different level. So you definitely need to step up your game. So it definitely does take a special place in your life, and like just whole thing, because most of us who are doing the grad school at the moment, they are like you're working or doing part-time jobs, so it's definitely kind of a different experience comparing to an education you have been doing. So I thought I could share some of the tips and some of the ways to survive grad school. First thing I would definitely recommend is to go on meal prep. So that is something I have learned along the way, that just makes a huge difference. I know some of us can't cook and or just don't like cooking or anything. So I personally don't like, I'm not a really good cook. So I use Freshly or there's the other one, Kettlebell Kitchen. Those are like the ones that I go back and forth. They really help a lot in terms of like just take the stress out of your hand, and like they just deliver on Sundays, or depending on what day you can choose. I think for me it's just generally on Sundays, so I have like 6 meals and I can use them for my lunch or dinners and during school. So like that just comes in super handy. And first of all, meal prep saves money, saves time, and it also helps you like stay on track in terms of like your diet, because what happens with grad school is that like the hours are so long, and like you don't go to school as much, but like when you have class, it's generally at night. Most places are at night, and you finish school like by 10 p.m. or sometimes 11. You get home, and it's very hard to find a place that's open at that hour that's not a fast food restaurant, because most restaurants are closed by then, good ones or healthy places closed by then. Even like Sweet Green closes by like 9 o'clock, I think. So it's very hard for us to like find a place to eat that's healthy. So when you have a meal that's delivered to you, and like you have it in the fridge, you can just like heat it up and eat it. So it saves so much time for you, and you can go to bed early as well. So that is one thing I would highly recommend, because it saves you so much time and money. I didn't do it in my first semester, so I struggled a lot, but I started doing it in my second semester, and now I'm also doing it too. It just comes in super handy, so I would totally recommend checking it out. So you can just go check out those two companies. There's no way this is sponsored, it's just some of the companies that I'm using it, so you can pick whichever one, or you can do your own meal prep. I'm just lazy and I don't really cook, so I don't do that, but I would totally recommend going in meal prep if you're gonna start doing grad school. Another thing I would recommend doing, this is not so much like this is like an advice, I would say. So what happens with grad school, I remember I even tweeted this and also shared this. I will put it up right here on my Instagram stories and Twitter, that like grad school is great and all, but it sucks the life out of you. It is so true. So I don't want to say like it's bad. It is a great experience, but grad school does take a toll in your life. So in order to be able to work out, eat properly, take care of yourself, take care of your skin, like just take care of all yourself, it's very hard. It kind of like, your life kind of takes like a second priority, and you kind of just focus on school, and it just takes so much time out of your life, and there's just so much inconvenience that does to you. I mean, yes, there's so many benefits, I'm just saying like, but it's very hard to keep going and taking care of yourself. First thing I would recommend is like definitely take care of yourself. It's very important to take care of your skin, take care of like yourself you know, physically. So first thing I would recommend is just definitely going to bed early, and also make sure you're cleaning and washing your face. I recently started, one thing with grad school is that like you really don't get enough sleep, and especially if you're working at that time like me, you really don't get enough sleep at all, especially during the week. I generally get like maybe 6-5 hours sleep if I'm lucky, so it's very difficult. So I always have like dark circles under my eyes, so it's very hard for me to just look presentable. I always use eye balm from House 99. This is like very helpful for me because it's super small, as you guys can see, and I can literally just put it in my pocket or put it in my backpack, and if I ever need it, like plump up something, you know, like it really helps with my dark circles. It really makes me feel or look like I slept actually 6 hours. Especially for grad school, you always want to be prepared for certain things, especially when you're going to internship or your work during that time, so you always want to look nice, especially for presentations. So this comes in so handy. It saves so much time because someone like me, when I shave, it's just sometimes I do have bumps with the razor because it's not comes in so smooth, but this makes it super smooth, this shaving stick. And last thing I use from them is the body and hair wash. That also comes in very handy when you want to get a really good look on your hair. And they also do have other hair products like gel and stuff, which I don't really use. I'm not like a big gel person, but they also have that option as well, so if you want to check it out. I'm more of a very simple guy, and I don't really touch with my hair so much, so I would just really recommend like just using the hair wash from them. That really helps to give the extra volume and makes your hair look really nice. But my definitely go-to there is like the eye balm, because that just really helps me look like I slept more than 6 hours. So totally check it out. Thank you so much, House 99, for sponsoring this. So let's move on to the next tip. Okay, so another tip I would recommend, this is something also kind of related to taking care of yourself, is to work out. I know everyone's gonna say it's like, oh my god, do I even have time to work out? But if you manage your time well, you can totally finish your workout, like totally do your workout. What I recommend doing it, I know it really sucks, but if you get into a routine, that really helps. Work out in the morning. So I started doing that like not super early, but like at 9 or 9:30, going to gym. It is still early for me. A lot of people do like 6 a.m. or something, but because I get home late from school and 11, and by the time I eat and do other things, I don't go to bed until like 12 or 1, so it's really hard for me to, you know, wake up super early. So I would say like at least 9:30, 9 going to gym. That really helps me a lot with just like getting out of the way so I can do other things. So totally recommend going to work out in the morning. First of all, you will feel so much better afterwards, and you're ready to conquer the world and do other things. So, and you don't have to worry about after school, you'll be like, oh my god, I didn't go to gym. So you don't even feel bad anyways because you went to gym already. So totally recommending doing that. So last thing I would say is try to do your homework in one day, like all your homework. I know some homeworks do generally take longer than others, so I don't know if you can finish all at once, but doing it in one day, you get so ahead from other things. So like if you try like block one day, like maybe Thursday, Friday, or whichever day you don't have class, all your homework, and next days you can just like enjoy your time with friends or do your other things or do your work without having to worry about like, oh, I have this homework that I have to do and like I have to get back to it. So it really does become inconvenient. The only thing I would recommend besides doing all at once is that like there, especially in grad school, especially in my degree, there's so, like in my program, there's so many readings, and some readings are super long, so you can't just read like 70 pages. Unless that will take the whole day, and it's just not going to be helpful. So I would also recommend just doing if you have readings, doing them chunk in one day, a little bit one day, another day, so you can just finish it all. And just make sure to take notes from those readings or just highlight them so you can remember. You don't have to read the whole thing. Don't make the mistakes I made. I did not like highlight or anything, so I'm just like have to read it or just skim it, and like also miss some of the things that I should be reading. So definitely recommend you doing that. Okay guys, so these were my tips. I hope you find these helpful. If you do, please make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I also want to say thank you for House 99 for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you guys next time.